Ryan spent most of his 20-something life trying to live up to expectations of those around him. But failure to do so led him to turn to drugs, to take away those feelings of inadequacy. And those drugs continued until he went into hard things like crystal meth and heroin. And it was a drug overdose-induced heart attack where actually Ryan died. But the paramedics came in and they brought him back to life. And then he entered rehab once he recovered. And it was in rehab that he actually realized for the first time how much God loved him and that God had a plan for his life. So he entered rehab, and then he started to attend Vince Antonucci's church every Sunday and every Tuesday their recovery program. And then 1 year after the day that Ryan died and came back to life, it happened again because he was baptized and his old self died. He was buried under that watery grave of baptism, and then he rose alive and new. In fact, because of God's love, Ryan was better than new. You see, the Japanese have an art form called kintsugi, where they take broken pieces of pottery and they put them back together. But they don't hide the flaws. Instead, they highlight the flaws with gold. Kintsugi actually means gold joined. So they bring these pieces back together to make them whole, and they become more beautiful, more valuable, better than new. And the same thing could be said of Ryan, because instead of hiding his flaws were highlighted. God actually used him in this recovery program to reach out to the broken, those addicts, and bring them back to Jesus. So when we take a look at Ryan's life, God, the master artist, took his broken pieces and made him whole again, more beautiful, more valuable, better than new. And God can do the same for you. Are you hiding your flaws? Let's bring our brokenness to him in this new year. But you say, but you don't know what I've done. You don't know the sin in my life. I am too broken. Well, let me explain something. It has nothing to do with our brokenness. It has everything to do with his love for us, because he loves you so much that he sent his son to die on a cross for your sin, for my sin, for all sin of all time, no matter how big or how small. So as we go to communion today, let's remember that sacrifice that covers all of our sins. And let's bring our brokenness to him. And let's let God use our flaws to reach out to others and allow them, a broken people, to realize that it's through God and Jesus' sacrifice that we can be made new, that we can be made more beautiful, more valuable, better than new. Please prepare your hearts as we go to communion today.